Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today, have we got something for you all now? It's anniversary time on JP is quickly approaching. It'll be in about, a week, 2 weeks or so, something like that. So I want to get a bit ahead of the game and do the good old-fashioned let's predict who's going to show up as the anniversary servant. Now, I went through and I picked a number of NPCs that I could think of off the top of my head. Additionally, I asked my Discord for people who they thought it could possibly be, and they gave me some suggestions as well. I can't really say that there's any characters that I missed because, I don't know. I asked people and, only a handful of people answered. So if you're like, why isn't Zaid the Based on here? It's like, I don't know, man. Maybe join the Discord link down below, and you too can possibly help influence these things as they come about. So, first things first, we need to rename these tiers. A, B, C, D is boring. This is going to be my actual prediction. I'm going to say this one is going to be a great chance for it to happen.
Did you include the girl from Salem for a possible Sunstar foreigner?
No, you should have brought that up in the Discord when I asked the question, but no. I asked so many people. I asked the whole Discord, hey, who do you think it's going to be? And you know what I got? Crickets. Have we ever had a male anniversary servant? Yeah, we had Sherlock. I'll do this one as Probs Not, and then this one as Go to Hell. We don't want you in the game. Okay. So, fellas, we can add and subtract more tiers as need be. So, yeah, these are just some of the characters who I thought it could be. I have caveats for a handful of them as they come up, but yeah, we'll get in. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. Stream isn't up on YouTube. Whoops. Well, it's a good thing I've been recording this locally. Let me quickly fix that, and then we will get this show on the road. All right, that should be good now. So, did you put a Shinji face as a possibility? No, because there are no Shinji faces in FGO. Has Shinji ever appeared in FGO? I guess that we had, yeah, I guess we had his granddad, but we never had him. I guess he's shown up as merchandise.
Klidge Radio is recorded in front of a live student audience.
Correct. So, yeah, if there's any choices that you think are weird, I don't know. This is going to be on YouTube, so why don't you leave a comment below on who you think it's going to be and where you think they should be. Yeah, let's just, let's get into it, shall we? So,
my anniversary prediction is the long Tsukihime wall. Also, good evening.
Evening. Yeah, let's get into this, shall we? So, one of my predictions is what's going on JP, for the people who do not know, is that right now, without spoiling anything, the timeline is kind of fucked and weird shit is happening with the timeline. So, I'm going to just put it out there that anybody could possibly show up right now, even characters that shouldn't be able to show up can. Just without going into any, big, like big conspiratorial anything like that. I think that right now, anybody who we've ever met has a decent chance of showing up. Timeline fucked. Klidge just described part 1 and part 2. True, but it's also in part 3. So, I'm going to say cryptors are fair game on the table. I feel like we're missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, David. There he is. 6. Okay.
Lady U.
No, we were not missing Lady U because she's already a servant. I intentionally left that one out because she's here, man. So, let's do this. This is Kadok. Kadok is, of course, fan favorite
SSR Lady U.
Fan favorite cryptor for a lot of people. A lot of people really like him. I'm going to say there's could happen. I'm going to say it could happen. Unfortunately, Kadok has a male debuff. Fate anniversary servants tend to be women. By and large, it tends to be women, right? I think we've had one anniversary man, and it was Sherlock, like we mentioned earlier. So yeah, I think Kadok could happen, but I don't know. Maybe not this anniversary. I'd say next Annie, there's a higher chance, depending on how the story develops. I'm going to skip Ophelia for a sec to put this man into Burn in Hell. I don't know who actually wants Beryl as a servant. I don't know who you are. If you want this character, we don't want you here. Please leave. Yeah, no, we don't. We gently push Beryl back into the subspace emissary, where he will burn for eternity, and it is not our problem any longer. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna move on next to Pepe. I love Pepe. I'm gonna actually say Pepe has a better chance than Kadok. Pepe had a pretty gnarly parting scene, I'll say. And while Pepe is a guy, Pepe is also one of the girlies. This isn't like a woke thing or anything like that. It's more just like he is that guy. He is serving cunt on levels that he can break the gacha if he shows up as a playable character. He is pulling more fucking weight than any of the other cryptors. I would argue more than fucking more than Wodime. David is the only one I can see coming close of being like above him. But even then, I think Pepe is the favorite cryptor. Has to be, right? So I'm gonna say that of them, Ultimate Girly Pop, yeah, I think Pepe is the higher one here. So, you know. Wodime, I'm gonna put down here with Kadok because, you know, I'm gonna put both Wodime and David down here. Only because, again, male debuff will do that to you, and they're not serving enough cunt to be up at Pepe levels. Pepe just does it different. Don't know what to tell you. Yeah, Wodime is awesome. People like to theorize that he would be a pseudo-servant with Zeus, but I'm going to be so real. No, I don't think that's going to happen, nor do I think that's a good idea. I think I would much prefer Zeus to be his own individual person and Wodime to be... I don't know. They could figure something else out with him. I'm trying to think if there's any, like, famous historical Chaldeans, but I can't off the top of my head. I'm not that knowledgeable about that very specific part of Greek myth. I could see him being playable in the future, though. David's weird. I don't think David will be a servant. You know what? I'm even going to put David into Prob's Not with the caveat of David won't be a servant because David is just kind of around. I feel like David may just join Chaldea at one point and be a guy around. Because if I'm remembering Fate correctly, David isn't dead. David is kind of right now chilling in hell with Tez doing their own thing. And I'm pretty sure he had a whole like thing where he's just like, yeah, yeah, we're just gonna be like doing our own shit, and y'all can like, we'll like he more or less just terminated it, be like, I'll be back. Well, we're gonna do our own thing eventually. Was that the whole thing with the final battle with David? I don't think that we like killed him. I think his ass just left. I think he just fucking bailed. He's like, fuck it, we're out of here. Yeah, I think David's fine. So I think there's a good chance that he might just show up again at some point and do his own thing. I think that's completely and 100% within the realm of possibility outside of him becoming a servant. So I think future NPC, maybe not future servant. And when I post this list on Twitter, people are going to think I hate David and not have that context. And so if you saw that and then you came to this video after I did all that, good on you. Get baited. Okay. So, next. Of the cryptors, honestly, I think Ophelia, the only girl in the cryptors who's not a playable servant already, has a great chance. And my theory is that they can do some pretty sick shit with her to have her become a pseudo-servant with Sutter. Unlike Wodime, who it's all theory crafting on how they could make that work, you could genuinely make an Ophelia Sutter servant into a proper servant. Like, there's a precedent for it already. Like, they already have a connection. They're already deeply tied to one another. And even though she's dead, like, that's something that could very easily be tied back into being like, well, they had a connection. We somehow summoned Sutter, and now Sutter's going to become a relevant character in the next like chapter or something like that. Because spoilers, we're already dealing with some kind of Nordic mythology kind of thing as well, which is a really interesting twist on things. And so if we're gonna like start traveling into that realm, that territory, if we're going full Ragnarok nonsense, 100% Ophelia, I could see it happen. Yeah, and it would also be a great redemption arc for her having arguably the worst lost belt. It could be a great redemption arc for her having the singular worst lost belt out of the entire bunch. Like, I don't know. Some people don't like some people don't like Lost Belt 3, and I get it. I personally really like Lost Belt 3 because I like the stories that are being told in it, and I love all the characters that show up in it. I have a bias towards it, right? So that's just me. OC2, in my opinion, is the weakest of them because we get off of being in a snowy wasteland in Russia and immediately move to a snowy wasteland in fucking Norway somewhere, and it's just like, I don't fucking care. Give me some goddamn color in my life, for fuck's sake, man. Yeah, no, there's too many good moments, I would say, in OC3. I keep saying OC. Lost Belt 3 to make me dislike it. Also, you know, it's got Jean K, Mordred, and Spartacus. Those are all great characters that show up. So, you know. I wish Mordred did more in that Lost Belt, though. She really didn't do too terribly much, which is kind of depressing. But as is life, we got to see Jean K have her hype moment, which was nice. All right, cryptors are now out of the way. I feel like this is okay for the cryptors. We like this. Next up, we have this character. Chat, what is her name? What is this? Who is this cat? I've got no clue. Yeah, you wanna know why? It's because she doesn't have a name. We don't know who this is. She is going to show up very briefly in the Christmas event this year. And she's an Egyptian cat We don't know what her deal is. We don't have her name.
Is it time to rebel against gravity again?
All that we know is that she's tied to the... All that we know is that she's tied to the, I think it's the Cat's Eye Nebula. I want to say it's Bast, but we don't know. What's an Egyptian cat doing during Christmas? I got no clue, dude. It's an Eldritch Christmas, so it could be something to do with Nyarlathotep. But I don't, like... I have no idea. It very well could be Bast Nyarlathotep, but, like, also, they have a lot of, like, Egyptian stuff in Lovecraftian myth anyway, so, like, have we seen her before? Literally only one time. She shows up very briefly, and then we learn nothing about her, and she goes away. But she was on the NPC list that I saw, so I grabbed her. I'm going to say prob's not. She's cute. I like her. She's cute. Do we want a new tier? We're going to get a new tier. We'll do new tier. We'll make this one blue. And just call it... Unless there's... an event immediately after that she's featured in. There we go. No. Unless she is immediately story relevant after. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, Nyarlathotep, yeah, that's what they're going to do. I swear that's what the joke is going to be. I see her more as an Omisan type servant. No, I don't know. Next up, Alcides. Prov's not. I don't think so. As an anniversary servant, I don't think it's gonna happen. Not with him in particular. Just because of the characters that we got for the Fate Strange Fake collab, he was one of the ones who we didn't have show up even as like a sprite. We just got Angry Hercules. But Alcides is the most popular servant, bro. Anytime I've ever seen anybody say that, I know you're making a joke because I talk about this, but anytime I've ever seen anybody say that, I just want to know where that source is. Because to my knowledge, no, he's not the most popular servant. Because he didn't fucking do anything in the fucking series. Why would he be the most popular? It's time to log off of Reddit. Start talking to real people. You know who was the most popular servant, though? Who was up there in the upper echelons of popularity? Pretty Hassan. Pretty Hassan, absolutely. I'm going to say there's a great chance for it. I think that she's going to show up. I think that like, she's actually has a decent chance where she's going to show up. She's going to have her moment, do not that link, and become relevant to the next like big story chapter or something.
That I made it the fuck up.
Alcides would maybe work within a new Avenger event. I could see him coming in. See, okay, don't take this as me saying Alcides is never coming to FGO, because I think that he will eventually. And I'm not opposed to him coming eventually. I just don't think he's coming as the anniversary servant. Pretty Hassan, though, I think is much more likely, especially because in the event that they had for the Strange Fate collab, she was given like a proper Hassan title and isn't just like no name Hassan anymore. She has a proper Hassan title, and so they now can like, they've set it up to be like, oh, she could just show up and be like Hassan. What is it? It's like Hassan of like the Snow Steppes or something like that. It's a Hassan of the something snow. And I don't know. I want that to happen. Plus, she has 2 sprites already. The one that's DTF for with Gramps, yeah, she's a little acolyte girly. it Silent Snow? I have to check. It's something Snow. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, no, she's... I think that she was a popular enough character, and they knew she was going to be a popular enough character that they would make her an anniversary servant. I think it's very likely that she just shows up silent. Yeah. Won't be her unit because of the collab with the main 3 routes. It won't be an HSR unit because of the collab with the main 3 routes. I mean, I don't think we're ever going to get any non-tight moon characters in this junt. I don't think that's going to happen. So next up, how many of you know who this is? Do I even want to say what this person's name is? She's going to go into, unless she's immediately story relevant after, I don't think she's going to get added. She is the wife of Daedalus. And the reason why I know her, and I remember her so much, even while other people I think have kind of forgotten about her, is because she's drawn by the Mega Man artist. And if you don't know this about me, even though I say it all the time, I am an enormous Mega Man fan. I fucking love Mega Man. It's probably my favorite classic game franchise. I love it so much. I love everything about Mega Man. I try and draw Mega Man guys. I collect Mega Man stuff. I need to find more. My buddy Cam gave me a very, very rare Zero figure that's still in box that I've got now. Maybe I'll post it on Twitter somewhere. But yeah, he got that for me because he knows I'm a diehard Mega Man fan. Hassan of the Snow Tracks, thank you. But yeah, no, I would roll for her simply for the art and the knowledge that it's the Mega Man artist. But also Daedalus is Daedalus is an interesting figure, and I like that. I like that Greek myth stuff. If Annie Servant has a correlation to the summer event thing for consecutive years, that is true. But I think it's more like Annie Servant and just servants in general, which they've been doing, which I really, really like. Is they give every servant one ascension that's a much more casual, potentially summary form. They do it with so many characters now. Not just... people like to bitch about with the anniversary servants, but they've been doing that for a while. Like, fucking think of Andromeda, sorry. She had her... she had a whole, like, swimsuit thing going on just because they're like, yeah, we want this character to show up in summer events. I really like that they're doing that. And Hassan of the Snow Tracks, by the way, has a more, like, summary ascension to her as well that we've seen. So, you know. Have I played the Make a Good Mega Man level games? I've not, but I would like to. I didn't even know that was a thing. I did buy both of the Mega Man, what is it called? Mega Man Battle Network collections that were on Steam a while ago, and I've been slowly making my way through those, and it has been awesome. The Sign of the Giant Spoon, I'd take it. All right, next up. Yeah, she would have to become very relevant to the story. She is, weirdly enough, she is relevant. She is relevant to the story to a degree. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up. Have you played Gunvolt? Why does that sound so familiar? I guess I should say, maybe I'm a fake Mega Man fan. I played the original games, Battle Network, and Mega Man X-Zero. Anything after that, I'm kind of like, as soon as they were like on the moon and shit, I didn't remember. I didn't engage too much with it. Oh, I don't know this, but it looks cool. Is she? She is. I'm not going to say anything else other than that because it is spoilers, but she is relevant to the story to a degree. Do with that information what you will. Moving on. Aggravain. Mega Man Zero was my jam back in the day. I also love ZX. I didn't play any ZX. But I love Mega Man Zero. Mega Man's, I think it's 03. Mega Man Z, like X03. It's like one of my favorite games ever. Aggravain, I don't think is going to happen. I think Aggravain would make a good 3-star. I think he would make a perfect 3-star unit. You know what I mean? Which, I've been saying it for years. I would love it if they would do the thing again like they did with Anniversary 4, which is where they just gave us a bunch of bronze characters off rip. Assassin for him. The only reason... Okay, so yeah, the only problem with Aggravain is that he hates women. Chaldea is filled with women he hates the most. I understand that. I understand that he's become the poster boy of fate misogynism, which is incredible when you have other characters in the game that are like in the franchise that are worse for it. But he has that amazing clip, that amazing screenshot of him saying that he hates women. And so people have latched onto him because, haha, funny, women are stupid, whatever meme that he thinks is that, I don't know, chuds online who jack their fucking cocks to loli porn think that he's the funniest thing ever. I don't know. Yeah, I am going to go out on a limb and say that the thing that makes him interesting to me that I learned is that he is the only servant, the only Knight of the Round Table servant, I should specify, that can manifest as an assassin. That is cool. That's interesting. I would love to see that happen. I don't think that he should be a 5-star, though. 3-star is fine. 5-star, not so much. 3-star assassin, it could be cool. Support assassin? No. He kicks too much ass to be a support, I'd say. Yeah, I think prov's not going to happen is fine there. Next up. Dumbass. Alexandre Dumas. I think it could happen. He unfortunately has the male debuff as well, but much like Pretty Hassan, he has multiple like ascensions built into the game already, which is kind of fun. I don't know. People really liked Damas. People are very interested in what he does. I don't think he was like the most popular character, but I think he would be another one who would make for a good 3-star, a 3 or a 4-star. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he would be a good 5-star, but I could see them maybe like pushing the bill to do it. Like if fucking Escalifus can be a 5-star, anybody can be a 5-star. I don't have to agree with it, but it could happen. Damn, Cliff's called out the one fan who picks lowly characters when it is the popularity poll. I know who you are. I know exactly who you people are. The outside world is a beautiful place. I highly recommend that you go there sometime. Anywho, speaking of lowly characters, now hold on, let's talk more about Damas. I hate his teeth. I do too, kind of, but also it's grown on me because I think it's kind of fun. It's a different quirk. It's a different thing. I've not seen them do that with like characters before in FGO. Why not add John Strangefake if Damas will get added? Because John Strangefake, as long as I'm recalling it correctly, didn't have a sprite in FGO. The big reason why the characters that I picked from Strangefake are on this list is because they showed up in the collab with FGO, and they were relevant, and they have sprites that are relevant to that whole thing. So I'm going to say I think he could happen, but I would say, you know what? More tears. More tears. Add more tears. Better as a 3-star. Oh, this needs to go back up. And I'm gonna put him here, and I'm gonna put him here. Okay, there we go.
Unlimited tiers works.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I think better as a 3-star functions really good for that. Okay. Then next up, speaking of lowly-ish characters, we have Persephone. Persephone's design is so goddamn cute. They made her so unbelievably adorable. It's the most head-pattable character and ever. I love it. I love it so much. I don't think it's gonna happen. On the one hand, she directly says in the event, yeah, I'm not going to show up ever again, which, as we know in Fate, means that clearly she's never going to show up again. They've never broken that rule before. I don't think they would do it so soon. Not for Anniversary, because then that would mean that, we've had, this year, we've had, 2-3 different Greek-centric events already. I don't think that making another one a Greek event would be a good idea. Just because of, oversaturation. Halloween Servant's not a bad guess for her, honestly. Also, Tig asked, why is Alcides an unlikely? Because I don't think he's going to be the Anniversary Servant. I think he would be better off as, showing up another time. I think he will show up, just not for the Anniversary. So then next up, Azrael, of course, I think that this is who I think it's going to be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fucking John Death himself. You know what I mean? I would be shocked to learn that it was not. That the Anniversary Servant was not him. He's too story relevant not to be him. Exactly. Right now, I'd say he is the most likely for it to be. And so I don't know. It just makes sense for him to become the guy, right? Okay, but does he get a Summer Ascension? Yeah. I mean, look at him. He already has one. And then it also gives us the nice little thing where he gets to show up in other outfits as the story progresses as well. Right now, he's in his homeless rags. But having him get other ascensions too, I think people want that. I think he's pretty popular. He's one of those characters that his design alone carries him pretty hard, but then he also has an interesting little bit of gap moe to him. Did you know that he has an Ahoge chat? He has a little antenna hair that springs up anytime he thinks he detects a beast. It sticks straight up into the air to help him detect beasts. The only reason why he might not show up is because he's a guy and it's Anniversary, right? But I think that he's kind of carrying the Gramps, the Gramps-ish aura about him that people really like, and people really like Gramps. So I think that there's a good chance that we might see him actually I think if he shows up, it'll be a popular character to roll for. You know what I mean? Holmes was an Annie servant for the 3rd anniversary or something. I think he's also the only male Anniversary servant we've ever gotten. I need him to hover around randomly during events just stalking beast units. It would be very funny. Holmes was Annie 2. Was he Annie 2? Annie 1 was Da Vinci, so he would have been Annie 2 then? Who's Annie 3? Annie 5 was Castoria. I don't remember who the 4th anniversary servant was. No. Was Annie 3 Scotty? I think it was Scotty. Who's Annie 4? God, it's been so long. It's been so long, chat. That was Ryder Vinci, and then it was Castoria. Right. I started doing Fate content more seriously around the time of Annie 4, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, I think... No. Yeah, it was Annie 4 because it was Gareth. I think I rolled for Gareth on stream. Yeah. Good times. Crazy. Crazy to think about. Now we're at the 9th anniversary. Look how far we've come now. We're almost at 30k subs. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, go sub. If we hit 30k before the end of the year, I'll do something special. Haven't decided what that's going to be, but we will do something special. Next up, we have... So this is Tokiko. I don't really want to go too much into what Tokiko is, because it is still kind of like spoilers. It's public information. Most people know who she is. I am going to spare you all the spoilers and just call her Tokiko. Also, because I think that's a cuter name than what her actual name is. She is relevant to the story and has 2 siblings who are also going to be relevant to the story. And so her showing up here is me taking a shot in the dark and being like, is there a chance we are going to get one of her siblings to show up as a anniversary servant to like kind of jumpstart that? And you know what I think? Probably not. But it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Yeah, her siblings are going to show up eventually. When that happens is what the question is. Would they roll them out this fast immediately after? And I don't think so. The biblical greed of wanting two mommies in 1 year. Well, this is the oldest one. We're likely to get, like, we're going to probably get a Loli out of this. A Loli and, like, another maybe mommy-ish character. Who knows? One of them, I guarantee you, is going to be a child. Yeah. Next up, Flat. Flat escargot. Like Flat a lot.
Please God, it was so funny. The last few years have been beautiful women who are beasts of humanity, and then we just have Madame Alves, sweet of heart ADHD son.
It would be so funny, right? I'm not opposed to it. I would love it if Flat showed up, because Flat's cool. Flat's a really fun character. Also, Flat has an FGO sprite. He shows up in the event. He was pretty relevant in it. And there was... I was reading it translated, kind of swiftly translated, so I can't say if it was accurate. So don't hold me to this. However, there is a chance that the Flat that Flat could just show up in Chaldea at some point, because we kind of recruited him, kind of didn't. He would probably end up being a pseudo-servant of... No, he wouldn't even need to be a pseudo... I was going to say, we have characters who aren't pseudo-servants who just show up, but he could be a Jack pseudo-servant. Berserker Jack pseudo-servant, that could work. He just uses the knife. I think it could be... I think it could be cool. I think it would be fun. People really like Flat, too. He's very endearing. He's relevant to Type Moon outside of just Strange Fake. Strange Fake is just where he shines the most. And also, who doesn't want to give Waver a bigger headache than he already has? You know what I mean? So Jack taking his form? No, just Jack is around him. Yeah, I don't know. I know that there's things that are kind of hindering it, but also, like, it's different timelines. Who gives a shit? Anyway, next up. Galahad. I'm making a new tier. More tiers. Oh, it's purple, just like him. I'm gonna say that no. He shouldn't show up into the game because it would genuinely ruin his entire arc as a character for him to become a summonable servant. I understand that people want him because they think he's cool. And I'm not going to sit here and fight anybody on that. If you like him, sure, you can like him. He's a character that we don't know enough about for me to dislike him. I just think that, I don't know. I know his story. I know that his entire story and his deal with MASH and having her grow as a person to, like, become someone who can live without him, and then there's no need for him to be there any longer. And so him coming to Chaldea after doing all of that wouldn't make any goddamn sense. Like, okay, yeah, let's have Galahad just show up after his whole arc is functionally him being like, I'm going to free myself from this bond. This person now can carry my torch for me, and now they're their own person. My work here is done, goodbye. And then we summon him again, feels fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't make any sense for us to bring him into the game. I understand that people want him. What about Galahad Alter from Requiem? We would need Requiem to exist as a property first, and it doesn't. I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't think it would be a good idea for him to show up. I will say, if he does show up, I'm not opposed to him being in the game. He's not someone who, like, I hate or anything. We literally do not know enough about him for me to have any strong feelings about him one way or the other. I just, you know. But as a Zeus pseudo-servant. See, now there's the real shit. Okay, next up. Tonoshiki. I saw people were theory crafting that because Melty Blood is coming out, and he would make a good character to have as the story. No, for the anniversary. No, I don't want him. If he shows up, I will skip it. If he somehow ever shows up in my Chaldea, I will burn him. I don't want this man near any of my characters. I don't understand how people like this guy. I legitimately don't. I will never understand it. He's the worst part of Tsukihime. I don't want anything to do with him. He makes more sense as a welfare. I could see him showing up in the future. I will avoid him like the plague. Horrid character, loathsome creature. I want nothing to do with him. He can burn in hell. Want nothing to do with him. By the way, trying to get I just want to give you all a peek behind the curtain right now, okay? To get this image of Tonoshiki, I had to go through like 4 different wiki pages because fuck-ass Mushroom Man names every character Shiki, and there's like 3 different Tonoshikis. It's the dumbest garbage ever. I hate that shit. Like, it's so dumb. Poorly written character, poorly fucking stupid-ass OC. Do not steal. We don't want to steal it anyway, but we ain't stealing it. Anyway. Why would we want Tono Shiki when we have the better Shiki at home? Exactly. We have the good Shiki, Ryogi Shiki, you know, the one who's from a much, much more well-written character. Anyway, somebody said I should actually make a video on why I hate Tsukihime so much, when I can sum up that entire video in every character in that series is really engaging and interesting, except for the main character who you're forced to interact with and everybody likes for no goddamn reason. He's a self-insert, horrid character, and I will never understand why people like him. Everyone else is cool. Everyone else in that series is cool. Even, like, some of the shitty, weird characters like Roa, like, they're at least interesting. But, like, I don't know. Girls aren't sucking his dick because he's a fucking, like, he's an asshole. I don't know. I don't know. Moving on. Every time we talk about Tsukihime, people get mad at me. Anyway, Aphrodite. Probs not. I would like to see it happen. I think this should be an interesting character to have show up eventually. Now that we have Demeter, I think it would actually make up for a really, really good, like, thing for her to show up. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, he's also a sister slammer. That's the other thing. I know I can't trust any of you fucking Tsukihime fans when so many of you little fucking crybaby bastards are crying for the route where you get to fuck your sister. Don't talk to me. We are not in the same universe. We do not exist in the same fandom. You are on another plane of existence, and we want nothing to do with you. And I'm using the I am using the royal we. I am using the royal we in this because I am above you. I am genuinely, mentally above you if you want this character to have a route where he fucks his sister. I am superior to you. I'm not going to hear any debates on that. It's just the truth. Go outside. Anyway, Aphrodite. Yeah, Aphrodite's cool. I would love to actually see like another Aphrodite sprite. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Tsukihime Red Garden is actually a last belt.
I say that and people get so angry. Yeah, I don't really care for this current sprite that Aphrodite has. Something about it always seemed kind of off to me. I would kind of like to see an updated Wada Arco design for her. Honestly, if I don't know. Wada Arco is like one of my favorite Fate artists, period. She might be my singular favorite. It's either her or Raida or Paco. God, they're all so fucking good. Yeah, when was the last Wada Arco servant that we got? It's been a minute. Has it? I think I'm lying. I feel like we got one recently, and I'm actually lying to you all. Hold on. I'm going to the list. I'm going to the Fate Servant ID list. Last one was Elizabeth of the End. Okay, yeah, the Liz event. So yeah, since October. Yeah, it's been about a year. Bro forgot Liz? Which one? I love Wada's art. I would love to see them revamp it. I don't think she's going to be the anniversary servant. I don't think it fits quite right. So next up, Violet. You're turning violet, Violet. I'm gonna say that it's not outside of the realm of possibility. I mean, I think it's more likely an Aphrodite, but I'm gonna say she would need to become immediately story relevant. I should have put Tamamo Aria on this list. God damn it! Shit! You're so right. God damn it. The chat is so smart and I'm so dumb. Yeah, we've all been asking for the Tamamo buff, and we're just gonna get a buff Tamamo instead. That would be very funny. But no, I think Violet has a pretty high chance of showing up eventually, just because she's the last of the Sakura 5, and I imagine that we're going to get them completed eventually. And I can imagine that they would just form either an entire event, or honestly, no, would they send us back to like more Mooncell bullshit? I feel like we're done. I feel like Mooncell stuff for the most part is done, right? We could maybe go back and explore it a little bit more. And actually, hold on, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we aren't done. But it would have to be something that's not centered around BB. Unless it was like, BB needs to fix something in the Mooncell, and you make it an Altera event, and then you bring in Violet. If they do something like that, we could make that work. It would just need to be... I don't know. We could get like a Velber thing or something like that. Hey, what's up, Fish Kermit? How you doing? The other 4 first came with events around BB. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's a possibility. It just needs... We need the right thing to happen. Think we'll get Archimedes? I think if that event happens, Archimedes is very likely. The only reason one of the reasons he's not on this list is because he has no relevance to FGO as of right now. So, I don't know, maybe we'll go in and maybe we'll fix that. Alright, we're on to hot men now. The remainder are all hot men. Pause.
Okay, look here, you stupid mushroom man. Give me my bed. Give me my beautiful Batman and make him the first male swimsuit servant, or I swear to God I will convince everyone that Angel Notes is canonically relevant.
I don't know how to tell you this, Saf. They already think Angel Notes is canonically relevant. What about Dorothea Coyette? Not relevant enough. She didn't even show up in her own event, so I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. I would love her to show up, though, because I love Dorothea. Her design is perfect. What about Shion? I should have put Shion on this, but I don't think she'll show up. You know, I think Shion will show up for a Melty Blood collab, which will happen when Melty Blood releases. By the way, when Melty Blood releases, we're going to be on that shit like flies on shit. Anyway, Batman, better as a 3-star. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm sorry, Saf. I don't think Kamazotes is gonna be a thing that happens. Did I get Jufu? Nope. Is Shion's arc not done? No. Even with the conclusion of part 2, there's still more to Shion that we could be going into. She has... Nah, without spoiling anything, there's more that could be explored. For someone mentioning Melty Blood, we're more likely to get Shion than get Tonoshiki. Well, Melty Blood is Shion's game. Despite what Type Lumina did, which was the dumbest shit I've ever seen, it's her game. It's Shion's game. She's the main character. She doesn't show up in fucking Type Lumina. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? She was too busy in FGO. Like, what the fuck? It's so stupid. Anyway. Even though I forgot Tamamo Aria somehow, I didn't forget Zahak, a character that probably none of you remember. How many of you guys know who Zahak is? Anybody? Anybody know who Zahak is? Can't even see the image. Zahak shows up in the event where Omi-san and Bishone first show up. He's the quote-unquote big bad. And his design... Let me see if I can get like a better... First of all, better is a 3-star. Let me see if I can't get a better image for y'all. because he's hot. He's a hot man. I get banned for showing this? Maybe. This is Zahak. Okay, damn, I'll take it. I'm pretty sure this is the Ku-Alter artist. He just looks like a more fucked up version of Ku-Alter, and if you'll notice, this is a snake that's going in and out of his body. Yeah, he shows up. I don't think he'll be the anniversary servant, but he is a relevant NPC. And I don't know. I like his design a lot. He looks awesome. I think he looks awesome. He's from the Bishone Omi-san event. He's not remembered very well by I'd say anybody, because Omi-san kind of like took the show for that. Is he Egyptian? I don't remember. I think he's from India. I'm pretty sure he's an Indian servant. I don't quite remember his lore. I remember looking it up when he first was a thing, but I don't know. Kind of lost on me a little bit, but he's cool. I love his design. I'd love for him to show up eventually. But yeah, I think he'd be a better 3-star. Okay, so we got 2 servants left, chat. We have Zeus. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, chat. Do you want to know what I think is going to happen with this character? Do you want to know what I think is going to happen with Zeus? I think that Zeus is going to get shodified. I think that the only way how you could make Zeus a character who isn't just the worst is they would make him a fucking Shoda. Or it'd be like the vessel for somebody. I could see them doing like Kid Zeus. Zeus Lily. I think we're gonna see Zeus Lily. I don't want another Oncoman MC. They just released one already. I'm pretty sure fucking Escalifus has been added to that list long ago. Zeus and his dad killing days? Yeah. Zeus the Titan Slayer. I think that they're gonna do something like that. Because otherwise, he's too fucking crazy. His brain is too fucked up, and he's gonna end up killing people again. So the way how they have to go about it is doing something to him. Make Shota Zeus, but he acts the exact same way. That would be very funny, actually. But I'm gonna say props not. I don't think Anniversary Servant fits him well. His Noble Phantasm animation would go hard as fuck, though. Yeah, he would. Yeah, Tig said it correctly. They give him the Christopher Columbus treatment.
They're gonna do what they did with Odin. Put him in an already existing servant.
Probably. He would be the first murder hobo of the game element. I mean, yeah, that's true. No, you're right. Anyway, last one. If anybody can tell me what this render is from, you get a shiny sixpence. What is this render from, chat? Who is this and what is this render from? And I'm going to put it into Probs Not as well. God of War, Hades. This is Poseidon. I can't see anything. Ball, Smite. No, no, no. Hades. Somebody got it right. It is Hades. And it's Hades from Age of Mythology. Ah. I should do an Age of Mythology playthrough. I fucking love Age of Mythology. That was my shit, man. Age of Mythology is such a good fucking game. If Hades shows up in Chaldea, Demeter would literally crash the fuck out. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I want to see what they do with Hades. I would love to see it because we have a Hades render, but he's just like a black fog. Bro is posed up. I legitimately go like check out Age of Mythology on. I think it's on Steam. It's definitely on Good Old Games. That game, it's made by the Age of Empires guys, but it's all mythological stuff. That was the game of my childhood. I played that on a physical disc. On a physical PC. When did that game come out?
Looks like 5-star Idas.
When did Age of Mythology come out? ...2002, baby! That game is awesome! My boy Arcantos in this bitch killing motherfuckers, traveling across the 3 realms. That shit was heat! Holy shit! Check, I think for the 1,000, possibly they'll pull an Emiya and that at some point we'll have a certain Fujimaru. You know what? First of all, thank you for the donation. That's incredibly generous of you. Second of all, I think that there would need to be some major changes in the story for that to happen. I think that we as the main character would need to go away before that happens. So, I don't know. Maybe we get like a future version of us that's like punished Gudiko or something like that. That could actually be a really fun idea.
5-star Shilowen.
Alright. There's a remaster. Yeah, legitimately go play that game. It's awesome. It's in RTS. It's fantastic. Alright, so this is the list, I think. Is there anything that we need to change? I think that this does it well. I think that we got this. Put every male character and it will never happen. That would be really funny. Gudiko betrayed and trapped in the simulator for 10,000 years. Perfect. No, I think this is good. I think that we can rock with this. People are going to be very confused when I post this on Twitter with very little context, and I think that's really funny. So we're going to download. Cover this in case it accidentally doxes me for some reason. All right. Now you all gotta watch me do this to myself in real time. All right, let me. Does Twitter do automatic? No, it doesn't. How's that look, chat? How many people are going to crash the fuck out on me about some of these picks? I'm curious. Remove the description. No. I ain't doing that shit.
It's Twitter. All they do is rage about opinions.
I mean, that's fair. Opinions. When is the Annie? It's in a minute? Yeah. Well, not my problem anymore. Bye. By the way, art contest. Go do that. So, that was fun. I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow and there will only be just the nicest comments on that. It'll be great. I'm sure that people are going to love that. But if you, and I'm talking to you right now, first of all, in case you were curious, that's right, we are partnered with Itasha Coffee. You right now can go get a nice little discount on your Itasha Coffee if you use code klidge at checkout. Alternatively, there's a link at the bottom of this YouTube video that you can click right now as well. Take you right there with it already filled in for you. So, if you'd like to support me directly, you can buy some anime titty coffee. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. So, hope that you do that. Alternatively, if you like this content, please consider commenting, and subscribing. I would love to know who you think is going to be the anniversary servant. You let me know. I could be wrong. I mean, all of these are just opinions at the end of the day. These are all just things that I kind of threw this together because I thought it would be fun. We were supposed to do summer servants today, but I got sidetracked. So, But, if you would like to help me out or, do something like buy some coffee. You should buy some coffee right now. Did you know that you could be buying coffee right now? Buy some coffee with code klidge right now. And then subscribe. Subscribe and buy the coffee. Subscribe and buy the coffee. Subscribe and buy the coffee. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Peace out. Big love. Bye-bye.